so he's going to be quiet.
Yeah. Dude, I know. Like, I can hear myself so
Yeah,
loud in
you
here.
can hear me too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Let me get some mic testing, you guys.
Yeah. Hello, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to CoachesAid.com, home of the Amateur Sports Broadcasting Network. We're in beautiful Napa, California.
Yes, we are in beautiful Napa, California. There's a great breeze outside. It's blowing against my face. It feels really nice to be here for the first time here with Coach's Aid.
2 minutes, we're going live, right? All right, everybody, in 2 minutes, we're going live.
Weather, 72 degrees.
And you want to put your earpiece in real quick? Do you have your earpiece in? Do you have your earpiece in for this game?
Would it be balmy?
Huh?
Would you call it balmy? A balmy 72 degrees? Do you know what that means?
Spring.
Huh?
Beautiful 72, man.
Yeah. A crisp.
The wind has been swirling, too, because it started right to left, now it's going left to right.
One minute. Seconds. 15 seconds. Can you guys give me some panning shots of the field, please? Nancy and Anthony, can I get some panning shots of the field? 5 seconds stop. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, football fans, and thanks for tuning in to CoachesAid.com, home of the Amateur Sports Broadcasting Network. We're in beautiful Napa, California, at Memorial Stadium for a CDFL matchup between the Napa Valley Vipers and the Marin Pride. I am Stosh Zamoyda. Joined with me in the booth today is Mr. Brian Nelson. Brian, welcome to the booth.
Hey, it's good to be here. First CDFL game for me, and it's a beautiful 72-degree afternoon. Couldn't be better weather for an exciting football game.
That is right. Napa comes into the game 1-1 on the year. Marin Pride 0-2. Tell us about the last game Napa had last week against the California Rogue.
Well, Napa couldn't capitalize on the momentum from their 10-8 win against the Solano Hornets, losing to the California Rogue 41-10. They trailed only by 11 at halftime, 21-10, but the Rogue just blew them out at the end.
Yeah, and on the other side of the ball, the Marin Pride faced the Solano Hornets last week at Corvus Field in Vallejo, California. They dropped that game 28-12, and the Hornets defense came out big for the Solano team, really shutting down this high-flying Marin Pride offense. We got a little bit of finesse versus power here today. What do you say are the keys to the game, Brian?
Well, I would say there would be two keys to the game. First would be the turnover battle. Both teams throughout the season, this early season so far, have been prone to turnovers. Both quarterbacks, Gregory Smith and Ryan Russell, have thrown interceptions in their games that's cost their team some victories. So cutting down on those turnovers will be very important. And with two pretty evenly matched teams, I think field position is the other key. Their special teams game often gets forgotten in football, but in a game where possession by possession is going to be very important, the special teams game is going to be key to securing the field position for either team.
Yeah, the turnovers should really be not in play today, as this is the third week these teams have been playing together now. They're getting really familiar with each other. Just telling the warm-ups, both these teams are ready to play, excited. Marin looking for their first win. Napa looking to go to 2-1. So we're going to go to commercial break, and we'll be back with kickoff after this.
Yes, 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 yes! Yes! We did it! Yes, we did! Yeah, see you, bud. Later.
Honey, who was that?
Who, that guy? I don't know.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
And welcome back, folks. We got the coin toss going on at midfield. So we'll see who's going to get the ball first, which side they decide to go. The wind is blowing left to right now. It's changed directions about 3 or 4 times since we've been up here in the broadcast booth. So that might play crucial later in the game.
It looks like captains for Napa Valley is number 47, Nelson Saldivar, number 88, Levi Smith, who's not playing, number 99, Roman Cruz, who's also in street clothes, number 59, Carlos E. Lopez, number 76, Miguel Vargas, and number 77, Kale Lorenz. And for the Marin side, number 1 quarterback Ryan Russell, who's going to be a very key factor in this game, number 33, Joe Felder, number 55, A.G. Pearson, and number 82, J.P. Pierce.
Yeah, they sent a lot of captains out there. You usually see 3 or 4, both sides, sporting 6 men out there. So showing it is a team effort here in the CDFL.
I can only catch 4 Marin captains because I'm being blocked by 6 Napa Valley Vipers.
So the head referee just going over the rules and making sure everybody has a good understanding.
And those rules are similar to the way college plays football rather than the NFL. There are only 2 rule changes, that being about the zone of blocking and what's legal in the blocking scheme and targeting. So instead of NCAA, if you hit above the head once, you're automatically ejected. In the CDFL, it takes 2 offenses.
Yeah, you get a warning first.
You get a warning first.
Sometimes it's incidental.
Yeah, those targetings are really cut and dry in NCAA.
So Napa has won the toss and they have deferred. And Napa is going to be going left to right to start the game. Napa in the white jersey today, Marin in the red. And Marin is going to receive. So the Napa Valley Vipers will get the kickoff in the second half. And you were telling about that deferred trick before game here. Kind of explain to the viewers out there what it means to defer.
Yeah, if you don't know what deferring is, it's basically you're saying you won the coin toss, but you'll accept your decision whether you want to kick the ball or receive the ball at halftime instead of right now. So if the other team doesn't realize that and they, for instance, want to receive at halftime, they would kick to start the game.
We're going to have a national anthem. Be back with the broadcast after this. What a beautiful rendition of our country's national anthem. We actually had a live singer today. I didn't catch the young lady's name, but did an excellent job.
She really did. She nailed it. Singers often say that the national anthem is one of the hardest songs to sing because of the range of the song.
And not only that, it's it's national anthem. Everybody should know it. So if you miss a word or two, everybody will catch it right away.
Right, Christina Aguilera? So we're about to get set for kickoff. We're receiving from Marin. Back to receive is number 20, Tyrone Rory, and number 23, D'Amico Dones.
Yeah, D'Amico has had a couple good runs last week against Solano, so he has some bursts of speed. Very patient back there when he returns the kickoff. One of the most underrated parts of the game of football is special teams. Special teams can make or break your offense and defense. If special teams can come down and get a deep stop within under the 20-yard line, I mean, that's hard field position for Marin to do, but if they get a big gain, and like you said in the pregame show, field position is going to be key to this game all day long.
Yeah, because if you have a dominant defense and you pin that offense deep within their own zone, that severely limits their play call. You can't go for a big play because you're risking taking a sack and taking a safety.
And doing the place kicking today for the Napa Valley Vipers is Jose Rudy Herrera. So week 3 is now underway. It's a good kick. Gets back to about the 20-yard line, scooped up. Comes out to about the 30, breaks one tackle. Out to the 40 now, and he's swallowed up by big number 85, Kyle Rayner Harris for the Napa Valley Vipers. That was Josue Lopez with the carry for the Marin Pride.
Yeah, good play by Josue. Being alert, being the up man, you expect a block on a kickoff return, but with that shorter kickoff, because maybe the wind played a factor, he was able to gain some positive yards, and now they start out at the 38-yard line.
So that's a very good run. So now a first look at the Marin Pride offense. You got to keep an eye on number 1, Ryan Russell, the quarterback for the Pride. They're going to run a little sweep out to the left side, trying to cut up field. He has a hole, and that's a gain of about 3 from number 9, Andre Hall. Little wide receiver sweep to the left.
Yeah, good play by the Napa Valley defense, not over pursuing the sweep and getting out of their lanes. No holes open for Marin on that play.
That's good to see. Positive yards. Now it brings up a 2nd and 6 on a 42-yard line. So Price staying in the spread formation, 2 wide receivers up high, 1 down low. Russell dropping back to pass, moves the pocket to the right, still looking downfield, throws it over the middle, and that is caught for a first down by number 34, P.J. Harris.
Yeah, P.J. Harris has some excellent separation off the line of scrimmage from his man guarding him. He was calling for it wide open coming across the field. We got a replay of this coming right now. You see Ryan Russell scrambling to his right, and Harris with a nice reception over the middle of the field before being laid out by the Napa Valley defender.
Yeah, that's something we didn't see from Ryan Russell last week at Corvus Field. He was swallowed up by that Hornets defense. Really couldn't get his feet settled. And another sweep out to the right, and that was positive yards for Andre Hall once again, his 2nd carry of the day.
Yeah, and a good kick out block by the wide receivers. When you run sweeps, your wide receivers definitely have to be key in the blocking game because those corners can come up and swallow the play for no gain, but that was very good positive yardage on that first down play.
Yeah, now it brings up 2nd and 5, so those sweeps on first down have been pretty deadly so far in the first 2 times they've run them. Another sweep to Turner, cutting up field, and he's maybe just be short. I'm sorry, that's Andre Hall with the carry.
And you got to think that with these jet sweeps, it's going to open up Ryan Russell on the play-action pass for future plays on this drive. With another first down coming, anything is possible with the play calling for Marin.
Yeah, 3 carries for Andre Hall, and he has 14 yards so far, so all positive. And the Pride are just marching down the field right now with ease.
Yeah, no third downs yet on any of their possessions, on this first possession.
Russell rolling out to his left, and he is hit as he's thrown. And a flag is thrown down on the field. I believe this might be a holding call against the Pride. There's 2 flags down on the field, so maybe the same call.
So you see Russell going to his right, getting laid out by number 12, Scott Primo, but we're going to be going backwards for a hold, it appears.
Yep. And we were correct there as a hold. So now it's going to bring up 1st and 20.
Yeah, Primo probably was on his way to gaining a sack there, but the tackle had to hold him to protect his quarterback, so they go back 10 yards.
Yeah, he still took a pretty good shot there. So now another flag. I think one of the wide receivers might have moved here. And this is what happened to Marin Pride last week against Solano. They start building a drive up, positive yards, and then the penalties started coming out and really marched them back.
Yeah, so Trey Henderson flinched on the left side of the field.
Yeah, the lines judge was all over that. Wasn't wasting any time.
He's trying to plead his case to him, being like, come on, man. You know, it was windy. It could have knocked me over just a little bit, but the ref wasn't buying it.
So now it brings up 1st and 25. Russell back to pass, has a lot of time. Little pump fake, still rolling to his left, going end zone, all alone, cuts it in. Touchdown, Marin Pride.
Great.
Trey Henderson all alone in the corner.
Yeah, great throw by Ryan Russell, not overthrowing it, giving him plenty of time for the open receiver to come locate the ball and come back to it and catch it, with Trey Henderson being wide open. You see with a nice pump fake there, eluding the defender, throws it downfield. Trey has plenty of time to catch it, break a tackle, and he's in for the touchdown.
Yeah, what a great job by Ryan Russell there, using the pump fake and rolling out to his left. And he didn't just try to throw a little lob pass up there. He actually planted his feet, stepped, and threw something we didn't see last week. So that's a good drive right there, backed up, 1st and 25, come back with a touchdown.
Is exactly what I was going to say. 1st and 25, that really limits your play calling ability. You're not going to run it on 1st and 25, really. You're mainly going to pass it.
So now they're going to go for the point after attempt here. Kick is up, and it is good. So 7-0. Marin Pride with 12:40 left to play here in the first quarter. And then Pride, except for those penalties that dropped them back, Napa had no answer for their high-flying offense.
Yeah, that was a very quick tempo, scoring in only 2 minutes and 20 seconds in this ballgame with a couple penalties added onto it. So Marin, their offense is rolling at this point to start the game.
You know, that's a good start for the Marin Pride. Last week against Solano Hornets, they really could not get a rhythm on offense whatsoever. I mean, you had Jeff Taggart, the big defensive end from the Solano Hornets, just all over Ryan Russell the whole first half. They did a good job in the second half making adjustment, quieting him down, but the whole right side of that Hornets defense just kept swallowing him up, and they were in that ball game, but Solano really was hungry for the win. They eventually got the win, and you can tell the Marin Pride are hungry for a victory today. They're 0-2. They don't want to follow to 0-3. They want to keep in contention here for the first ever CDFL championship.
Yeah, and I think out of the teams in the bottom of the pack, the 4 teams that are 0-2, the Marin Pride seemingly on paper have the best chance to get out of that hole. They have the lowest point differential. They've only been outscored by 24 as opposed to other teams that have been outscored by over 50 points. So Marin's not too far off from being 1-1, I would say. And they're a pretty balanced team that can get back into this contention in the standings, but they cannot lose this game. This game is very pivotal for their comeback efforts.
So Hal Brownstone is the place kicker for the Marin Pride. Let's see if you can get a good boot on it here and win that field position battle as we keep talking about. Good kick. Drops about the 15-yard line, scooped up. Comes out to the 20, 25, runs into his own man, gets dropped down around the 31-yard line.
And Darren Jones had a good idea there. With the kick being into the right corner of the field, you know all of Marin is going to be going that direction of the field. So what you want to do as a returner is trying to cut back where there's less defenders to get in your way. The only problem, he ran into his own man.
Yeah, good idea trying to cut that back there. Now we get our first look at the Viper offense. As we saw in week 1, we actually got to do that game. Our broadcast crew here at coachesaid.com, they took on the Solano Hornets. We saw a lot of runs, power formations. Didn't really see much of Gregory Smith, but Gregory Smith is going to have a big game here. The way the Pride marched down the field, they have to answer in this first drive right now.
A little bit of confusion on the Napa Valley side. A couple people coming off the field, and there's a flag on the field.
I think this is a delay of game penalty.
It is, and that confusion really cost them. I saw a couple players from Napa Valley coming out of the huddle late, and that's really surprising considering this is their first play on offense. They should be more prepared than this.
Yeah, you think they'd do something out of the Bill Walsh playbook, have 10 set plays ready to go to start the game. So now it brings up 1st and 15. Smith snaps the ball, looking left, little screen pass, and it's short. He was looking for number 8, Dion Ingram, but just couldn't get enough on that ball to get it to him.
Yeah, good play design on the bubble screen from, not necessarily a bubble screen, just a wide receiver throw out. He had some space if he hit his receiver, but just underthrown by the quarterback.
So now 2nd and 15. So you got trips formation down low, one receiver up top.
It looks like Smith is in the pistol for a different look.
And who moved? I think this one's going to go against the Vipers. Let's see what the call is here. Oh, and they got the pride with the encroachment call, so the hard count gets those 5 yards back.
The ref seemingly signaled the wrong way, but they're moving the ball forward, so it is 2nd and 10. I thought Marin.
Yeah, I thought because they blew the ball dead right away, so it does go against the Vipers.
So it was on the offense.
So false start, yep. I would think so because they blew the play dead. Because the way the Pride hopped the line, that could have been a free play if it went against the Pride.
Yeah, if Smith would have snapped the ball, he probably had one of the linebackers offsides at that point, Fred Jacobs, who was pressuring him up the middle, kind of flinched.
So now it is going forward. A lot of confusion down there on the field.
And the scoreboard's equally confused as we are.
So it was on the defense. So now it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. The Vipers get those 5 yards back, so that's crucial now. It's important right now for the Vipers to get positive yards. Rolling out, swallowed up behind the line. And that's a big sack by number 82, J.P. Pierce.
And right on cue, Stosh. You really wanted to have positive yardage on that play after getting back that 5 yards, but you just lost it on that 2nd down play, so 3rd and 16 really limits you on what you can do.
Yeah, there was no offensive line help there. I mean, 3 Pride members just came right through that line, untouched almost. Yeah, there's nothing that Gregory Smith could have done right there.
Yeah, when 3 people come unblocked, that's a miscommunication on the offensive line. That's nothing that the Pride did schematically that can make 3 people wide open to rush the passer.
And I believe we're going to have a timeout, it looks like. And it's going to be the Vipers' first timeout. So with this timeout, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Be back with the action after this. So 3rd and 16 here on CoachesAid.com. The Vipers on their own 25-yard line. Looking to pick up the first down of the game for the Vipers. Gregory Smith, wide snap, looking deep down line. Receiver has a step and just overthrew number 80, Darren Jones. And he had his man beat. If he would have caught that, he would have been off to the races. So now it brings up 4th and 16.
Yeah, just a little out of the reach of Jones on that pass play. He had a step on his receiver. He would have probably gone to the house on that one, but that is going to force a 4th down in a punting situation.
Yeah, you never want to go 3 and out in your first drive, especially the way the Pride, how quickly they scored on their first possession. You know, you want to give your defense a little more breathing room on the sidelines, but with the penalties and everything, the timeouts, so they got enough wind in their sails now.
Plus, it's going to affect their defense. They only spent a minute on the clock with their offense on the field, so that is something to look forward later down the game.
It's a decent punt. Comes out to about the 50, and it takes a favorable bounce for the Vipers. It's going to go down to the 34-yard line. So lucky bounce there for the Vipers. It pushes them deeper into Pride territory.
Yeah, you don't want to risk Marin being anywhere close to a bouncing ball because a football is not round. It's unpredictable to the bounce. So they obviously had a kill call where you didn't want anybody near it, and it just took a favorable bounce for Napa Valley.
So this is about where the Pride got the ball on their very first possession, and they just marched right down the field. A little more than 2 minutes. And Ryan Russell came to play today. So another sweep out to the right. Corner is blocked. He skirts away. He has running room and nobody around him. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Marin Pride.
And we talked about early in the kickoff where when you have a lot of defenders to one side, the goal is to get to the other side of the field where there are no defenders, and that is exactly what happened on that sweep play. You see he gets bottled up. Nice defense by Napa Valley, but they're unable to tackle him, and that way he goes back to the left side of the field, and he is chugging his way down the field for a touchdown.
Yeah, Domico Dones showing his blazing speed right there. So now they're setting up for the point after attempt.
So double D for the TD. That was a 61-yard touchdown run.
On the very first play, too. So now Brownstone looking to make it 14-0 here. Kick is up, and it's good. So 14-0 Marin Pride. 11:14 left to play here in the first quarter on CoachesAid.com. You know, this is eerily similar to their very first game of Marin Pride, where they had a 21-6 halftime lead, and they wound up losing that game. What was the final score, 28-21?
Yeah, they ended up giving up 22 unanswered points in the third quarter, and they could not come back into that game to beat the Sacramento Wildcats in their first loss of the season. So really, their defense is probably the weaker of their two areas of offense and defense. We've seen how electrifying their offense can be. It's just a matter of their defense being able to shut down the opposing offense.
Yeah, Napa's going to have to find a way to really counter right now. You know, quick 14-0 in the first quarter. Defense giving up 2 big plays. And, you know, it was a 1st and 25, and they wound up scoring that 38-yard touchdown pass. And then now a 61-yard TD run. That's the longest TD run I've seen all season here in the CDFL.
And really, preparedness is the difference between these two teams. You see how Marin seems to know exactly what they're doing on offense, where Napa Valley had some confusion multiple times. That really takes you out of a rhythm.
So Nelson Salvador and Darren Jones back deep for the Napa Valley Vipers. Let's see if special teams can come up here and make a big play. A little bit of low kick. High bounce. Salvador can't handle it. Finally scoops it, still on the ground. Picks it up and smartly steps out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
So a little squibber there by the Marin kicker, Hal Brownstone. And we see how unpredictable a bouncing ball really can be. And that was an effective tool to get them really good field position for Marin's defense, only being on the 21-yard line.
Yeah, you know, Salvador, it seemed like he had that ball 4 or 5 different times. He had it, looked up, bobbled it, looked up, bobbled it again.
Yeah, you gotta look that ball into your hands.
Mhm.
His eyes got a little excited and thought about running before he had full possession of the ball.
So now 1st and 10 on their own 21-yard line. Still looking for their first positive yards in this ball game. A ball on the ground. Who has it? Fumble, and a lot of Marin players are saying it's their ball. And it is Marin ball on the 12-yard line.
So another miscommunication error by the Napa Valley Vipers. Mishandling that handoff, and Marin's pressure had them right in the backfield for when that happened. So all they had to do was fall on the ball, and it's Marin Pride offense back on the field.
Yeah, not on the 12-yard line, on the 17-yard line, I was mistaken. So prime field position now for the Pride to put another 6 on the board. You know, one play, 61-yard touchdown run. They might go back to the run here. All they have to give is 17 yards. So Daniel Early trying to hustle off the field. He does make it. Fake the sweep. Oh, what a big hit by number 50, Mike Smith, the big middle linebacker. Wasn't fooled on the little option play there.
Yeah, he snuffed that play out right in the backfield. Didn't go for the ball fake to the first Pride member, and he threw down the running back down in the backfield for a good loss of 7.
Yeah, they tried to fake it to Andre Hall and try to get it to Tyrone Rory. But Smith was right there, sniffed it out, just like you said, Brian. Dropping back to pass, thrown to the corner. Goes up, still up in the air. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That was almost another touchdown. Jason Washington, great job by reverting his body back and getting a hand on the ball, but good coverage there by the Viper defense.
Yeah, Demario Austin with a nice play on the ball. You see the back shoulder fade is what you want to go for. A little, not exactly back shoulder, more to his back. So it was a close throw by Ryan Russell, but those little details are what matters in the deep passing game.
You know, now it's 3rd and 17, so the Vipers 2 big stops here. Try to hold him to 3. That's the best you can do.
But we know their big play capability.
Dropping back. Little screen pass. And shoestring tackle, and 3 or 4 Vipers are all over him, and the stop.
Yeah, Miguel Figueroa with the stop on that play. Good play on the screen pass, not over pursuing or leaving your assignment, and he swallowed up that defender, and now it is 4th and 18.
And now it's going to bring out the kicking unit. This is a pretty long field goal for Hal Brownstone.
Looks like the wind's not going to be in his face. It's just going to be more left to right.
Yeah, more of a crosswind from sideline, low sideline to high sideline. It's changed directions about 8 times now. Pretty unpredictable.
So I think officially it's going to be a 43-yard field goal attempt.
This is a very deep field goal now. Let's
A
see.
48. Excuse me. I was off by 5 this time.
Snap good. Kick up, low kick. And that kick is no good. They did have a return man back there, but it was just a line drive. Smartly let it roll out of bounds.
Yeah.
So that was a defensive stop that Napa needed. You know, in the red zone, pushed them back. A couple big plays stepping up. And now it's going to bring the Vipers offense back out on the field down 14-0.
Yeah, this can be the big play momentum that Napa Valley needs to get on track. A field goal miss, we talked about how special teams plays a crucial role in games. A field goal miss gets you a lot better field position than you otherwise would have. So you get an extra 7 yards because you get a start from where the field goal was missed. And Napa Valley is ready to roll.
So split backfield, 2 receivers up high, 1 down low. Shotgun formation. They're going to run it up the middle. Oh, good little deke right there. Spin move. Oh, big hit.
Yeah.
But that was a good carry by number 19, Zachary Ross Goodwill. I have a feeling we'll be calling his name a couple times today.
Yeah, nice hit by Jacobs to bring down the defender. Nice juke move, and couldn't get past the second level of the defense, but good initial carry for 7 and sets them up for their best opportunity for a first down of the afternoon so far. It was 2nd and 3.
First positive yards of the game right there. So big defensive stop, positive yards. So Napa has the momentum right now. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. Yes. And who jumped? A lot of flags out there.
Again, a lot of finger pointing to see who drew who offsides.
Orrin Crawford. Fred Jacobs, 39. He's jumping the snap almost every single time. It seems like he's getting in the backfield almost untouched. So the Napa Valley offensive line's going to have to really key in on him.
Yeah, and I think the Napa Valley coaching staff really has to get on those referees to just say, hey, look at Jacobs. He's getting close every single time. And if the ref gets that in their mind, that can be called.
And that's the first down of the ball game for the Napa Valley Vipers, and they're starting to march down the field now. So staying in that split shotgun formation. He has some help rolling out to his right. He's going to take it himself. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage there. So good run by Gregory Smith. Smartly avoids the pressure. And
exactly. Just positive yards is what you need when the play breaks down like that. It looks like Marin came with like a double A gap blitz with their 2 linebackers blitzing the line, and a decent job by Napa Valley's running backs of at least chipping them a little bit so Greg Smith could escape out the right side and get positive yardage.
So now it brings up 2nd and 9 on their own 38. Dropping back to pass, looking upfield, has a man. Oh! And what a great defensive stop right there by Kyle Quayle. Just went up and knocked it out of the hands of Darren Jones. I thought for sure Jones had that ball.
Yeah, that looked like some great timing by Napa Valley with the receiver and quarterback in tune, but just a better defensive play by Kyle Quell knocking that ball out of the receiver's hands.
And that's the plays you need to make, because that would have been good for a first down. Now it brings up 3rd and 9. The Pride, one more stop, forces a punt, puts it back in the hot hands of the offense.
And this pressurous defense should be coming after Smith.
Oh, good hit there. He gets into the second level, trying to get around. Ross Goodwill with another big carry. Let's see if he gets the first down here.
I think he has just enough. He looks like he's right on the line, and he does for a first down. Got a replay of that last carry by Ross Goodwill. It's a nice job of the blockers to let the Marin defense go by the running back, so he has a lot of open space. So he picked up 9 big yards on that 3rd down run, and Napa Valley finally seems to have their first drive of real importance in this game. They've yet to be in Marin territory on offense, and they are only 3 yards away.
And there's a stoppage in play. Looks like the trainer's coming out. There's an injured player on the field.
And we, of course, here at Coach's Aid hope he's all right.
Yeah, that was actually Kyle Quayle who's shaking up on the field. I see him over there on the sideline. It kind of looks like he's holding his left shoulder area. So maybe just one of those stingers going up, made hard contact.
Hey, if you're trying to tackle a big man like Ross Goodwill, you might get a couple stingers.
So now 1st and 10. Another handoff to Ross Goodwill trying to break it around the corner. One man to beat and just goes right over him for positive yards. It's a gain of about 3.
Yeah, he lowered the shoulder on Brian Nelson, I have to say. I'm proud of you for sticking your head in there for my fellow namesake for Marin, but when Zachary Ross Goodwill goes downhill, it's a little bit of trouble for the defender.
Yeah, though his running style kind of reminds me a little bit of Steven Jackson.
It really does. He's very upright, but his build, his just length, and just how smooth he seems to run, it's very similar to Steven Jackson.
So 2nd and 7 on the 50-yard line. A snap. He has some time. Looking down the line once again. 2 red jerseys right there. And a pass interference is going to be called. But is it going to go against the Vipers, Darren Jones? Let's see what the call is going to be.
So good protection for the first time for Napa Valley on that deep pass. And I think what helps Napa Valley, with that pass interference call, is an underthrown ball. If that ball is perfectly on time, maybe Marin's defenders time it up better. But because it's underthrown, it mistimes the defender's jump and how they play the ball, so they end up interfering with the receiver.
Yeah, you have to give Darren Jones a chance to come back and get it, and the secondary there was just right all over him.
So a lucky underthrow there from Gregory Smith.
So now 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. First time the Vipers are in enemy territory now, staying in that same formation. Now it's a handoff. Swallowed up at the line. You see the big defensive lineman, number 99, Bob Frazier, trying to pry it out of the hands of number 8, Deion Ingram.
Yeah, Bob Frazier in the first game of the year had 2 sacks for the Marin Pride, so big number 99 in there with the stop.
So now 2nd and 10, clock coming down, under 6.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter, 14-0 Marin Pride. Oh, fumble snap. It's picked up by Ross Goodwill. Can he turn this to positive yards? One man to beat, stiff arm, and they cannot bring the big boy down. What a job by Zachary Ross Goodwill.
So good heads-up play. Sometimes the broken players are the ones that work out the best. And you see there the bobbled snap picked up right into the hands of Ross Goodwill, who goes up the right side, tries to stiff arm the defender, and he drives him out of bounds.
So would you call that an unconventional handoff?
Yeah.
Kind of deke out the defense a little bit?
Is it possible to have a bounce pass in football? Because I think that's just what happened.
Worked out in their favor. I mean, you have to put 2 or 3 bodies on Zachary Ross Goodwill to get him down. So
Yeah, the defender drove him out of bounds, but he didn't tackle him.
1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. Oh, and everybody hopped up on that one. Good hard count there by Gregory Smith.
Yeah, that's a smart play from Napa Valley, drawing the aggressive Marin Pride defense off sides. We've seen how much their pass rush has affected Greg Smith, so changing up the snap count, going with the hard count, that's a way for Napa Valley to curb this aggressiveness of the Marin Pride defense.
Yeah, Napa Valley now in the red zone for the very first time in the ball game.
Right on the very edge of it, on the 20-yard line.
Dropping back to pass, looking for a slant. Steps up in the pocket. Does a good job. Takes it himself. Reaches out for positive yards. Good job by Gregory Smith.
Yeah, a good heads-up play again by Gregory Smith, not throwing that slant pass. The Marin Pride defense was able to disrupt the timing of the pass, as you'll see here, as Smith drops back. He does not have his lane to throw into, so he just steps up, dives forward for a gain of a couple yards.
Yeah, now it brings up 2nd and 2 on the 17. Now I think they might go back to the Zachary Ross Goodwill right here to try to pick up that first down. And that they do. Ross Goodwill right at the middle. Spin move. 2 men, splits through and gets down to about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, you talked about how 2 people have to bring him down. 2 people just saved a touchdown for the Marin Pride defense. So you see on the same sort of formation that we see normally, the shotgun with 2 running backs, Zachary Ross Goodwill goes up the middle with a nice spin move a la Steven Jackson and dives forward for a gain of 13.
Yeah, that was a shoestring tackle. You can't take him up going heads up with him, just try to wrap the leg, pull him down, and save the touchdown. Ball is on the 4-yard line, so it's 1st and goal. Let's see if the Vipers can punch it in here and cut this lead down to 7. Ross Goodwill. I'm sorry, that was actually Deion Ingram with the handoff.
Yeah, Ross Goodwill gets a nice, well-deserved break after running the ball down the field, but nice play by Fred Jacobs in the backfield to bring down Ingram for a loss of 3.
Yeah, on 1st down in the red zone there, you really want to get positive yards. You can't afford to go backwards right now with a 2nd and goal.
I'm surprised a little bit that they're sticking with a shotgun formation when they're on the 4-yard line. You ideally would like to have a bigger jumbo package that you can use to just punch the ball in there.
Well, the Pride defense has been, really breaking through that offensive line, so maybe some little time. Throw into the corner, back shoulder throw, reaches back in, and let's see the call, and he is down at the 1-yard line. What a great grab by Darren Jones.
Yeah, great grab by Darren Jones, keeping his concentration on the ball, as you'll see here. as Smith drops back, sees that he's got his receiver to his right. He bobbles it, but he catches it.
His knee was on the ground when he caught it.
Yes,
so
it was on the ground on the 1 yard line when he caught it. So that dive into the end zone doesn't actually get them a touchdown because he was down by the Marin defender.
So now it's a timeout called by the Marin Pride. 3rd and 1 to go, 14-0. 3:20 left here in the first quarter. Marin Pride heading to a commercial. Be back with the action after this.
It was an intense game, but that's what makes it all the more fun to play.
Keep working hard and encouraging each other and staying positive.
And it keeps us motivated to keep going and to keep persevering towards the top, because that's what sports is all about.
And we're back here on CoachesAid.com, home of the Amateur Sports Broadcasting Network. Brian Nelson, Stosh Samoyeda up here in the booth. The Napa Valley Vipers are knocking on the door to put 6 on the board, down 14-0 with 3:20 left to play in the first quarter. This is a crucial 3rd down and 1.
And you have to think Zachary Ross Goodwill is a target for Marin's defense.
He's going to keep it himself. Oh, and he's in. Gregory Smith, the touchdown was called.
So
Vipers on the board, 14-6.
Yeah, he broke the plane of the end zone before he dropped the ball, so it doesn't matter what happens afterward. You get the touchdown because you cross the end zone line, as you'll see right here. And a nice distraction by Zachary Ross Goodwill. He went to the left side. That has to get the attention of the Marin Pride defense, and Gregory Smith is able to cut it up to the right side of the field for the 1 yard touchdown. And again, we talked about how special teams really should matter in this game, and that missed field goal led to that big drive by Napa Valley.
Yeah, Napa Valley defense starting to come alive, and now the offense starting to come alive. Extra point is up, and it is good. So 14-7.
That looked like a little golf shot, like if you're just trying to chip in from the bunker onto the green.
Looking like Jordan Spieth out there. He's the Masters leader right now. The 21-year-old had himself a great Masters tournament.
At the University of Texas.
Yeah, he actually set a 54-hole Masters scoring record with negative 16. 16 under. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, Jordan Spieth, I think he's the next coming. If there was ever going to be like a Tiger Woods next coming, Jordan Spieth has been very impressive in his short pro career.
So 14-7. Napa finally has momentum on their side. 2 quick scores from the Marin Pride. Now it's 14-7, 3:17 left to play in the first quarter.
I can't believe this is only the first quarter. It feels like a whole half has gone on with all the activity, but we promised you an exciting game, folks, and I think we have one. So back for Marin is Brian Nelson, my namesake, and number 30, Chris Adams.
So Jose Rudy Herrera doing the kicking. And it's a high kick. Goes down about the 15-yard line, scooped up. Brian Nelson now with the ball, cutting in. Oh! And he is stuck right at about the 27-yard line.
So not able to do much with that kickoff return. It was a nice high kick by Herrera, fielded cleanly by Nelson. He brings it up the middle, and he is slammed right around the 30. So the worst field position for Marin's offense as they started on the 38 and 39 respectively on their first 2 drives. A little bit further back on the 31, but still a pretty decent position for this explosive offense. We'll see what Ryan Russell and the Pride have to respond to that great Viper drive that we just saw.
Yeah, the key right now in this drive is do not turn the ball over, get the ball into Viper territory, and try to put more points on the board. If not, change the field position. Another sweep out to the left. Has some running room. Cuts it back. Still on his feet. Nelson cuts it back one more time, and that is a first down.
So good cutback by Brian Nelson. He did a great job of finding the hole to his right side. When you have a sweep, you have a tendency to look towards your left. As you'll see here, he gets the handoff. He sees that the defense is over pursued to the left, so he cuts back to the inside where there is space, and he's able to dive forward for the first down.
So 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line. Those sweeps have just been killing this Viper defense. Fakes it, keeps it himself. Russell up the middle, still trucking along, and a big hit. Helmets come flying off, and that's good for about a gain of 8.
Yeah, with Russell's great arm, you kind of forget that he has some mobility, and in that option offense, the quarterback is always the third option.
Mm-hmm.
So a great run on that first down play, setting up a short 2nd and 2.
Yeah, that first week game for Marin Pride, Ryan Russell actually had 91 rushing yards on the ball game.
And a touchdown. So with 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing, he is a dual threat quarterback for sure.
So the defense running a 4-3. Motion, keeps it himself once again, goes right back up the middle. He has some room to work. One guy to beat. That is good for a first down.
And a touchdown saving tackle by number 2, Damian Fisher there from Napa Valley. But great blocking in the backfield by Brian Nelson and the running back, as you'll see on the snap. They get the Napa Valley defenders that have penetrated, and they give him plenty of room to run up the middle for the first down.
Yeah, those sweeps have been so effective now. The past 2 times, Ryan Russell just keeping himself. The middle of the field's wide open, so
Yeah.
that's perfect play call, perfect job by Ryan Russell to recognize the defense. Dropping back to throw. Has some time, trying to buy some more time now. Cuts it back, still on his feet, and finally taken down. And it's a fumble picked up back by the Marin Pride. The initial tackle was by number 51, Miguel Figueroa.
Yeah, broken play there. The timing on that wide receiver slant was disrupted. So Russell trying to make a play, but you got to be prepared to take a hit, and you got to protect that ball a little bit better. We talked about turnovers. If Napa Valley would have got that ball, they would have excellent field position and excellent momentum.
Now, can the ground cause a fumble? It looked
No.
like when he was going down, his hand hit the ground, and that's where the fumble came.
I actually thought his knee hit the ground first before his hand hit the ground, so I'm going to say I'm not even going to think about how hard that question is, because there's a lot of – I see valid points for both sides.
So now 2nd and 17 on the 43-yard line. Snap. Moving the pocket out to his right, looking downfield. Little short throw, and it's incomplete. He's trying to get the ball to number 13, Jerry Winters.
Yeah, just underthrown there by Russell. So a missed opportunity to get that 7 yards back. So it's going to be 3rd and 17.
Yeah, we've seen the Pride already make one big play on a long yardage situation, but 3rd and 17, kind of right there in no man's land. You can't kick a field goal pretty deep. Try to get a touchdown here. You really want to pick up some positive yards. Try to get at least in the field goal territory. Snap, rolling out to his right once again. Keeps looking downfield. A lot of pressure there by the Vipers. He's just going to go upfield to down about the 38-yard line. So a big stand there by the Napa Valley defense.
Yeah, and Russell didn't really buy as much time as he should have. He had some space in the pocket, but he decided to roll out, and he actually ran into the pressure of number 27, Daniel Dolan. So not really the best IQ there for Ryan Russell on that last possession. Really, you should have bought some time, get a guy open.
So we have a timeout call by the Marin Pride. Marin lead 14-7 with 44 seconds left on the game clock. We're going to go to commercial break. Be back with the action after this.
Yes. 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 We did it. Yes, we did. Yeah, see you, bud. Later.
Honey, who was that?
Who, that guy? I don't know.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
So welcome back to CoachesAid.com, home of the broadcast of the CDFL. Pride up 14-7 with a 4th and 12. They're deciding to go for it here on the 38-yard line with 44 seconds left on the game clock in the first quarter. Russell still looking downfield, has time to throw, looking back cross, has Hall, and he makes the grab, and no, he does not. It was ripped out of his hands by number 14, DeMario Austin.
But there's a flag on the play, and it looks like Austin wore him like a backpack on that pass disruption, as you'll see here with Russell going to his right, looking back to his left, throwing across the field, but Austin was all over him, so probably premature contact, and a pass interference call is likely.
And that is crucial to this Napa Valley Viper defense. They are doing such a good job there. 4th and 12. They make the play, just a little too much contact. Now it sets up a first down for the Marin Pride deep in the Viper territory. I hear a Vuvuzela down in the stands now.
A Pavuzela?
Yeah, it's one of those horns that were in the South America World Cup that drove everybody crazy.
Yeah. Probably drive people crazy trying to spell it.
So now 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line. Nelson on the sweep. Oh, good little cut there. Taking it upfield. Jumps. Still on his. Ooh, he's still digging along. And that's going to be good for a first down.
Yeah, the pile really pushed him forward rather than him pushing the pile forward. But it was a good initial cut move by Brian Nelson on the sweep. There was a Napa Valley defender in the backfield, as you'll see here, but a good chip block by the running back freed him up to gain that first down. So the Marin Pride are moving once again on offense. 4 possessions now, and their 4th time in the Napa Valley side of the field.
So 1st and 10, the clock is rolling with about 10 seconds left. Let's see if they try to run one more play here, just let it wind down. Maybe try to draw somebody off sides. And they are going to run one more. Oh, a little fake handoff. Has room to go, and that's a touchdown-saving tackle by number 2, Damian Fisher, and that's the end of their first quarter. Big run there at the end by Daniel Early. Almost punched it in there. It's going to set up a 1st and goal when we come back with the second quarter. Marin Pride lead 14-7 here on CoachesAid.com, home of the Amateur Sports Broadcasting Network.
It was an intense game, but that's what makes it all the more fun to play.
Keep working hard and encouraging each other and staying positive.
And it keeps us motivated to keep going and to keep persevering towards the top, because that's what sports is all about.
Was not a first down. 2nd and 4 to go on the 5-yard line. Marin Pride knocking on the door for another score. Let's see if they go with that sweep. Russell keeps it. Good coverage, and he is stopped behind the line. Great job by the Vipers on not biting on the sweep play.
Yeah, double option there, and both options were bad because Napa Valley, their defense was right in the backfield for both the sweep and the quarterback sneak. So great defense for the loss of 2. And I think it's important to note that Marin can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. They're just 1 yard off from getting a first down, so It's 3rd and 6 on the 7-yard line.
Yeah, if you get that close, you want to punch it in, though.
Yeah.
Russell looking to throw on a little quick slant, and he is sacked behind the line by big number 75, Cesar Chowell.
And that was very dangerous, and I think everybody rooting for Marin has to take a little gasp there and make sure that Ryan Russell's okay, because as Chowell gets to the quarterback, he grabs him and he turns him back. That's got an ankle injury, knee injury written all over it. So Russell thanking his lucky stars that he is healthy, but great play by Chowell for the big sack on 3rd down.
So 4th and 14 on the 15-yard line. The Vipers already missed one field goal today. They're not going to risk it here, and they're just going to try to punch it in the end zone. Even if they don't make it, it's still good field position for their defense. They're trying to sweep to Nelson. Nelson has some room. A couple of defenders beating. He is stopped about the 6-yard line. He's still on his feet, though. Whistle is blown. And the Vipers once again come up with a big stand.
So that's a very interesting play call on 4th and 14 for a jet sweep. That's a lot to ask for Nelson to try and break some tackles and get into the end zone or get a first down. Not really the play call I was expecting, Stosh.
Yeah, I was, with Russell's arm, I was expecting a good throw to the end zone, but they surprised us there. So now the Vipers have the ball deep in their own territory on the 6-yard line.
And maybe that was their rationale. Like, if they surprised us, they probably would be surprising Napa Valley on that play call. But it did not work. They turned it over on downs. But great field position for the Marin Pride defense.
Yeah, last time Vipers were on the field, they really sustained a very good drive, marched it all the way down the field, and put 7 on the board with 13:29 left to play in the first half. And there was a jump there. It looked like Owen Snell jumped, but we'll see if it goes against the offense or the defense.
Yeah, good hard count again by Gregory Smith, it looked like. And indeed, that is the call. So Greg Smith and his hard count have drawn Marin offsides a couple of different occasions, and 1st and 5 is a lot more manageable and a lot more space for the Viper offense to work with.
Exactly. Puts them out at the 11-yard line now instead of the 6. That's huge. 1st and 5, very manageable, as you said. And flags out on the field. I think that's going to take 5 yards away from them, Brian.
The little do-si-do, 5 yards forward, 5 yards back. And we're back to 1st and 10, folks.
So 1st and 10 on the 6, like you said, partner.
And you'd have to think that Zachary Ross Goodwill should be a factor on this next drive. He was such a crucial part of that touchdown drive for the Viper offense, the last possession. Keep an eye on big number 19.
And ball's on the ground. And Smith picks it up smartly and just tries to creep back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, really heads-up play by Gregory Smith all afternoon in the first quarter and into the second. He does a lot of little things heads-up that cause the Vipers to be in better positions than they otherwise would be. Like not taking a couple-yard loss and getting 1-yard gain. Those little things are going to be very crucial for the Viper offense to sustain some drives.
So now 2nd and 10 on their own 6-yard line. Snap. Ross Goodwill, positive yards. Put the ball on the ground, but his knees were down, so that's a good little pickup.
Yeah, a lot more manageable with probably 3rd and about 5 or 6, 3rd and 6 to go. So Ross Goodwill playing his role as the big back, trying to make it a little more manageable.
Yeah, Ross
for Smith
Goodwill is probably
offense.
averaging about 4 to 5 yards per carry right now. I mean, he's been definitely a force to be reckoned with, and he's really come alive in the late first quarter, now in the second quarter. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go right back to him here and try to get those 6 yards.
But Marin's stacking on defense.
Going for the pass. Smith looking out. Little short pass, and it is completed. That's going to be first down. Kevin Roboletto with the catch.
Yeah, again, good heads-up play by Gregory Smith. There was intense pressure by Marin's defense. You see at least 6 guys on the defensive line. He actually runs into his own tackle because they're so far in the backfield, puts his hand off, does a little push-off, and he finds his receiver for the first down, Robledo.
Yeah, what a good job by Gregory Smith. It looked like he was going to go take off, try to do it himself, but he calmly poised himself and just threw a rocket right to Kevin, and first down, 1st and 10 on their own 20.
It's definitely hard to keep your progression when you're being swarmed by the defenders.
little bit of low snap, looking to pass. Screen pass. Oh, there it is. Very nice slant pass to number 80, Darren Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down.
Yeah, and I think for the Napa Valley passing game, that is the best connection that they've had. Gregory Smith to Darren Jones. They've been close on a couple of different occasions, but that slant pass, which takes excellent chemistry and excellent timing, was right on as Smith crossed the field with no defender in sight. So another first down, back-to-back first downs on back-to-back plays.
Yeah, we've seen a lot from the Vipers today, really trying to take off the top of the secondary by taking a guy down deep, but not too many quick slants like that. Handoff right up the middle. And that was Dion Ingram with the carry.
And you have to imagine the passing game only helps that running game that they've been so excellent at with Dion Ingram and Zachary Ross Goodwill. So Smith and the passing game really should you see more opportunities because everybody's going to be in the box trying to stop the run.
So now 2nd and 6 on the 36-yard line with about 10:50 left to play here in the first half. So wide receiver in motion. And here goes another sweep, trying to cut it back upfield, still on his feet, evades 2 tackles, finally dropped down at the 40-yard line. Darren Jones with the carry.
Yeah, Darren Jones did a nice job of eluding 3 defenders, but he couldn't elude 6. So Darren Jones gets the sweep there. You see he gets past these 3 defenders right there, breaks a tackle, but he is swarmed by the Pride defense for a gain, for a short gain.
That's what it brings up now 3rd and 3 on the 39-yard line. 3rd and very manageable, especially with Zachary Ross Goodwill in the backfield.
So the whole playbook is open for Napa Valley for the passing game and the running game.
Yeah, there's a bunch formation here. And then we have a slot receiver up top. Free play. Looking deep. Has him. And it's an incomplete pass, but that is going to be good for a first down as the flag came out. One of the Pride members jumped early.
And we talk about his heads-up ability, realizing that Greg Smith has a free play. Why not take a shot down the field? You can always decline the penalty on the Marin Pride defense. So he took a shot down the field, didn't work in his favor, but it looks like Napa Valley will capitalize on this flag.
If he throws that a little more to the right side of the receiver's shoulder, I think that would have been a big gain there. He kind of threw it to the inside. He had 2 red jerseys right there.
It actually was not on Marin Pride. So a issue with the Napa Valley offense, perhaps illegal formation, but Marin declined, making this a 4th down play.
Yeah, they're going to go for it here with 9:42 left in the first half, down by a touchdown. This is definitely a crucial 4th down. Ortega in motion. They hand it off to Ortega. He's got a hole. Oh, I think he might be short here.
Yeah, it looks like he's just a yard short. Great defense by Marin. And they are going to get the ball on downs in the best field position they've had all afternoon.
Yeah, they're going to start on the 41-yard line of the Vipers. So now the Viper defense has a big task at hand. Had that big 4-down stop deep in their own red zone. Let's see if they can do it again.
Yeah, after 2 big play touchdowns on the 38-yard reception by Trey Henderson and the 61-yard touchdown run by D'Amico Dones, Napa Valley has done a good job of containing the offense. They get their yards, but they're not scoring, and that's the most important thing in a one-possession ball game.
Yeah, don't allow the big play. That is crucial for this defense right now. Make them beat you with little short plays. Make them sustain a long drive. Russell hands it off right up the middle. Trying to cut out is 17, Rondell Gibson.
So first action for Rondell Gibson. It didn't go anywhere. Just a 1-yard game. Good first stand for the Napa Valley defense.
So 2nd and 9 on their own 40.
And I wouldn't expect another run like that on 2nd and long. They want a good chunk of yards right here to get 3rd and manageable. So maybe a quick pass or perhaps an option play.
Definitely going to the option, the Hall, trying to cut it back upfield, and he is tackled by big number 21, Jared Wilson.
So, yeah, good open field tackle on the sweep. You have to be disciplined to play Marin, I tell you. With all of the action to the sideline of their offense, you got to be disciplined at tackling, and that was a great open field tackle by Jared Wilson.
So it's going to be 3rd and 6. So let's see if the defense can cause another 3 and out right here. Good snap. Russell throws it out. He has a receiver. Couple guys to beat. Gets it down. He's finally tackled down at the 19-yard line.
Big P.J. Harris there was wide open. You wouldn't expect a guy that size to catch the ball. I think that's why Napa Valley had him so wide open. You see no one around him, all the green in front of him. Makes a nice cut to gain an extra 5 yards. So big 3rd down play by the Marin Pride offense.
Yeah, P.J. Harris running both ways today, it seems like. He's their big middle linebacker. And coming up there, like you said, they probably didn't keep an eye on that guy.
Yeah,
So
he's
no.
playing tight end on the end of the line there.
So 1st and 10 on the 14. Russell keeps it himself, goes it right up the middle, and he's finally tackled down.
So good positive play there by Ryan Russell, making this 2nd and 5.
So 2nd and 5 on the 9-yard line.
But we saw this last drive for Marin Pride. They got into excellent field position, but they couldn't punch it in. So Napa Valley really needs to stay disciplined within their own side of the field, and they can get the ball back.
Yeah, a little under 7.5 minutes left to play in the first half. 14-7 Pride. Triple option. Oh, and he's tripped up by his own man.
Yeah, it was a
That was Rondell Gibson trying to cut it out.
Yeah, good play by Daniel Dolan, cutting the Marin blocker into his own player. Could not hurdle him to get into open space, so that was a busted play, definitely.
Yeah, and that was a loss of a yard, so now it brings up 3rd and 6 on the 10-yard line. Another big 3rd down play here for the Viper defense. It's a pass, looking. Trying to get Russell. Russell throws it end zone, and it's caught by Andre Hall. Touchdown. But there is a flag in the backfield. I think this one's going back for a holding call, Brian.
Yeah, if you look at Napa Valley, they're all saying that it's going to be a hold on the offense, but good heads-up play by Ryan Russell, not liking what he got to his right side, escaping to his left and finding Henderson in the end zone, but it will be a hold. Illegal man downfield for Marin, so that play is canceled out. It'll be backed up 5 yards.
Man, you got to keep an eye on Andre Hall. I mean, he was wide open in that back corner. A good strong throw by Russell.
Yeah, and I think the look from Napa Valley, they were stacking the line. They had about 7 players, 6 or 7 on the line with only a single high safety, so that means one-on-ones across the board.
Oh, that really pushes them back deep now.
So a huge penalty there. They're on the 25-yard line with 3rd and 21 to go. So a chop block was the call to bring you back 15 yards on 3rd and 6.
Because they had the illegal man downfield, they canceled that out, so the chop block, 15-yard penalty. 3rd and 21 on the 25-yard line. So Russell moving the pocket out to his right, looking downfield, looking, and he is sacked by number 0. And I don't have number 0. I think that's Owens Nickens, outside linebacker, coming up with the big play.
So that was a huge play. Again, Ryan Russell not showing the best quarterback aptitude right here. He really runs into pressure. If he stays kind of steady within the hash marks, he could buy his receivers a little more time, find an open receiver, but he's just so athletic, he just wants to run and try and make plays with his legs. But ultimately, maybe not the wisest football decision to make.
Yeah, 4th and 21 here on the 25-yard line. It looks like the Pride are going to try to settle for a field goal. Hal Brownstone coming out for a second field goal. He missed a 38-yard attempt on his first try. Yeah. 43-yard, I'm sorry.
And it was just the wind was a lot bigger of a factor than it is right now. It has quieted down considerably, but he was quite short on that field goal attempt, and this is right around the same area. This is a 43-yard field goal attempt.
And just make sure, keep an eye. The Vipers have a guy back. If it's a short kick, he might try to bring it out. The kick is up, and it's a good kick. Oh, and he makes the grab. He stepped out of bounds. Looks like that was number 9, Armani Kashaw Haynes. So another missed field goal by Brownstone.
And Napa Valley's defense is doing just enough to stay in this game. They have had multiple good drives by Marin into Napa Valley territory, but the defense bends but doesn't break. And you see the score is only 14-7 at this point.
You know what? Every time the Pride has been in the Vipers' red zone, the Vipers' defense has just been on fire. I mean, the only 2 scores they gave up were outside the red zone. The one 61-yard touchdown and then a 38-yard touchdown pass for the first touchdown. So the Vipers' defense in the red zone is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and I think it just simplifies a lot of things. You don't have to worry about the deep pass versus the short pass. Everything is short, so everything gets condensed, and Marin isn't able to punch it in.
So Vipers, a little bit different look now. Spread formation. Free play. Oh, and they're going to blow it dead right at the line.
Yeah, there was some movement. It looked like, to me from here, Napa Valley actually flinched when they did the hard count, so it could go against Napa Valley, but it easily could be against Jacobs once again.
Yep, and it is being brought back now. And penalties. Penalties have been a big factor in today's game, actually.
Yeah, hard counts usually shouldn't surprise the offense if you know what's coming. There was a pretty considerable head bob from the offensive line that I saw from up here, and if I saw from up here, the rest see it from down there.
So now 1st and 15 on their own 20-yard line. 6:18 left to play in the first half. Ross Goodwill just trucking along, trying to get back to where they started.
And if you're in trouble, you hand it to Zachary Ross Goodwill. He's definitely been a steady force for Napa Valley on offense.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 11 on the 24. Now, you have a lot of things you could do here, the 2nd and 11. You can keep going to Zachary Ross Goodwill. You could try a little sweep. You could try maybe take a shot downfield. I mean, the Pride are really stacking the box right now. Maybe a little play action, set it up.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the play action pass is probably their best bet for a big play because it doesn't seem like their timing is the best on passing plays, but if the play action works, you buy a little bit of time for your receivers to get open.
Here comes the pass, a little out, and it's caught, has room to work. He's dropped down about the 30-yard line. That was Kevin Robledo with the catch.
Yeah, Robledo with a nice outlet catch. You see he's sprung open right there on the little crossing route, and he gets a positive gain of 7 yards on that catch, his second reception of the afternoon.
Yeah, and that's big now. Now it makes it 3rd and 4 on the 31-yard line. I mean, 3rd and 4 is a lot easier than a 3rd and 11.
Especially with the offense that Napa Valley runs. We haven't seen huge plays except for that one broken play that Zachary Ross Goodwill took down the field. But it's pretty much dink and dunks, little positive yards gained.
Dropping back to pass now, looking downfield, and he is hit behind the line, and that is a huge sack by the Marin Pride defense by number 99, Bob Frazier.
Yeah, big Bob Frazier coming from his blind side, beats the offensive lineman with ease, coming up the backside of the quarterback, and he swallows him up for the sack right there.
Yeah, now 4:20 left to play in the first half as the clock keeps on ticking. The Vipers are going to bring out the punting unit.
So again, the punter, Jose Rudy Herrera, going to kick off to Brian Nelson, as well as D'Amico Dones back for Marin Pride. And with under 4 minutes, you have to think Marin has plenty of time to get another offensive possession into the Napa Valley defense.
Oh, it's a pretty good punt. Nelson's under it. He makes a grab from the 40, cuts it back again, and he's still on his feet, scrambling around, and he is stopped at the 45-yard line. So great special teams play there by the Napa Valley Vipers.
Yeah, good special teams play, staying in your lane and not getting out of that to give Brian Nelson an opportunity to get that back. But you see Brian Nelson actually overran this ball. He had to take a couple steps back in order to catch it. That completely takes away his momentum to do anything positive, and Napa Valley just swarms on him.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line. Plenty of time here for the Pride. I mean, they're an explosive offense if they can get a big play, but the Vipers have been doing a good job not allowing the big plays and forcing them to sustain a drive into the red zone where they've come up big 3 or 4 times now. snap. Russell dropping back. Little screen pass. Has room to work. Oh, what a great tackle there by number 47, Nelson Salvador.
Yeah, one of the captains for Napa Valley with a great open field tackle to stop that screenplay. He had a lot of space in front of him, so if he gets by Nelson Saldivar, he's going for a while. At least we'll get a first down, I would say.
So 2nd and 7. 3 minutes left here in the first half. Rolling out to his left, has time, fires, enters. Oh, that's caught. And it's on. Here we go. Oh, big hit there. I'm sorry.
No.
P.J. Harris.
Yeah, P.J. Harris.
I'm so used to him being on defense.
Yeah, he caught the ball like he was on defense. He took it away from his own man. As you'll see on this replay right here, Ryan Russell going out to his left, gets a nice block from the receiver, and Harris just snatches the ball with such aggression that it looked like a defender intercepting the ball. And then and a nice little finishing touch by Demario Austin. A little close to the head gear on that hit, but it was a nice hard finish to that play.
So 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. Pride are starting to march now. They can feel the momentum. They're sniffing out a touchdown now. Here comes a sweep to Nelson. And Nelson's tackled right about the line. 4 white jerseys all over him, maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, and the sweep game, really for the defense, it's all about setting the edge. And Owen Snell not Owen Snell, number 04, Napa Valley, set the edge very well.
Owens Nickens.
So Owens Nickens did a great job of setting the edge, making Brian Nelson go nowhere on that sweep play, and he got stopped for no gain.
So 2nd and 10, we're under 2 minutes now on the 32-yard line.
So both number 0s are Owens. Do you think it's because the O, you know?
Another sweep fake. Russell keeps it himself. Still rolling around there, and he's dropped for a gain of about 5.
Yeah, very aggressive run there by Ryan Russell. Didn't actually allow his blockers, his running backs to block for him as well as they possibly could have on that play. You see he'll get the ball right here with Nelson in motion. He runs right past his 2 teammates and just dives into the teeth of the defense to gain 4 yards. But, hey, positive yardage is positive yardage.
It's now 3rd and 6. Clock winding down, almost down to 1 minute now. Russell, floater down the corner. He has a man, and just overthrows number 18, Josue Lopez.
Just off his fingertips, and Ryan Russell got nailed on that play.
You know, that looked like a little bit of a hurry throw. If he had a little more time, that would have been 6.
Yeah, you see right in the teeth of the defense, just gets in his face. Doesn't give him enough time to get the wide open Josue Lopez. That could have been 6 easily, but the pressure of Napa Valley strikes the Marin Pride offense.
You know, he tried to throw it on the string right there. That was one of those you just want to try to float up and try to give your receivers time to get underneath it. So now it's 4th and 6, 1:02 left on the game clock as the clock is stopped after that interception. And it's caught, spins out, and that's going to be good for a first down. He's still fighting. He's yanked back. Good job there by Jeff Kramer. Just keeps on holding on.
Yeah, he did a good job there of getting the first down.
That was Jerry Winters with the catch.
And that was very important. He got the ball right around the first down marker. So he was fighting to make sure that you get the first down, because on 4th down, you give the ball to the other team. They probably won't do anything with it with the field position that they're in. But now you have an opportunity to score before the end of the half.
Oh, sweep to Nelson once again. He's running backwards now. You never want to do that. A lot of white jerseys around trying to hit the edge once again. He's still on his feet. He finally goes down.
But, man, what a blindside block from Ryan Russell. Just because I play quarterback doesn't mean I can't lay a hit as well. But Nelson on the jet sweep. He gets the ball, doesn't like what he sees. Again, Owens Nickens, the second, gets a good block in. Boom! Ryan Russell with a good block, but hey, there's too many Vipers around him to get any positive yardage on that play.
We have a timeout call by the Marin Pride. They lead 14-7 with 40 seconds left to play here in the first half. Going to commercial. Be back after this.
see you, bud. Later.
Honey, who was that?
Who, that guy? I don't know.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
So thanks for staying tuned in to CoachesAid.com, home of the California Developmental Football League. 40 seconds left on the game clock. 2nd and 20 on the 31-yard line. Marin trying to put one more touchdown on the board before the half is over, leading 14-7. Russell has time, floats it over the middle. It's high, but it's caught once again by number 34, P.J. Harris.
Boy, P.J. Harris is showing some hands today, folks. You see Ryan Russell on the pass.
So they're going to their hurry-up offense as they have no timeouts left. Russell's just going to keep it himself. He's going to try to get out of bounds. He stays on his feet, runs out of bounds at about looks like the 7-8-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good heads-up play by Ryan Russell, getting enough for the first down and getting out of bounds to stop the clock with no timeouts left. That was a very impressive play by Ryan Russell.
So 12.2 seconds left on the game clock. It's 1st and goal.
Probably about enough time for 2 shots to the end zone.
One quick shot, maybe they can get 3 out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
If they don't complete the pass.
And they have to get out of bounds if they don't get a touchdown.
Free play, it looks like. Throw over the middle. Huge tackle there by number 14, DeMario Austin.
So we'll see what this penalty was. We thought earlier that Napa had a free play, and it was actually a penalty on Napa. So we'll see if Marin actually committed that foul, but they didn't. So good heads-up play by Russell, realizing he had a free play and just throwing it across the middle.
Yeah, Marin's going to have to get set very quickly because as soon as that ref blows the whistle, there's 5.9 seconds left on the game clock. Once again, the Vipers have been great in the red zone all day long. Can they come up with one more stand here?
We will see with 5.9 left on the clock. That's only enough time for probably a quick slant, maybe a fade route, and you want to leave enough time for your kicker, Hal Brownstone, who missed 2 43-yard field goals.
Counting down now, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Can they get the snap off? Just barely do. Russell rolling out to his right. He's going to try to take it himself. He flips it. Oh, what a big play by number 0. Owens Nickens saves the touchdown at the buzzer, and that is the end of the first half.
That was an impressive play. Great improvisation from Ryan Russell, realizing he wasn't going to get the touchdown to try and flip it to the running back that was right in front of him, but unable to do it. Great, again, goal line stand by Napa Valley. 3 in a row to end the half.
Yeah, so 14-7 is the halftime score. Marin Pride up 14.
As you see Russell on that impromptu play, he flips it to the receiver, could not get it because of the great play by Jeff Kramer on defense.
All right, your takes from the first half, Ryan.
I think really Napa Valley's defense has shown its strength in the red zone. Yes, the Marin Pride go up and down the field, they get a lot of yards, but their 14 points have come off of big plays. And after Napa has shored up their defense and not giving up those big plays, they've done a fine job of staying in this game. Where they need to improve on, I think, is definitely on offense. They need Zachary Ross Goodwill to continue to be a great force for them on offense, but they need other help from their quarterback, Gregory Smith. And I think the player to watch for Napa Valley is definitely Darren Jones. We've seen close opportunities for big plays from Darren Jones, from Gregory Smith, and I think that combination for Napa Valley really should get them in this game.
Yeah, you know, there's only that one turnover, that one fumble that could have been costly, that led to a missed field goal, which eventually set up the Vipers' first touchdown drive. They really sustained their drive well, but after that touchdown, they really did not have the field position that they would want. So the field position battle really came into play, and the penalties. Penalties really dropped back that Viper offense. Then they had a drive going, a couple penalties here, a couple penalties there, but that's something they can work on, you know, in halftime now. 14-7 is a great first half. I'm excited for the second half.
I am too, partner.
Brian Nelson, Stosh Moida up here in the booth. We're going to go to a halftime break. The Marin Pride lead 14-7 over the Napa Valley Vipers here on CoachesAid.com, home of the Amateur Sports Broadcasting Network.